What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, Just Bowl TV. That Mr. Haywood checking back in with you guys. And today we do have one of the new releases, or well, I guess the new release from Radical. The power hitter still have the sticker on it. I just drilled this up. I have no ideas of what this ball is gonna do, what it's gonna look like. All I know is it came out, and Austin has the Hitter Pro. I like the way that looks. He has a really good carry with that ball in his house. So maybe I can get some of that, and we could be, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out together. 12 bagger, Strike 10 Pro Shop. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Like I said, I don't know what this is gonna do. I like the way it looks. The colors are definitely different. It does give me a throwback type of vibe. But we're just gonna throw a full game, just straight out the back. We'll learn it as we're going, and then we'll kind of do our recap fully at the end. So let's see what happens. So I'm gonna just stand in my normal spot, look at my normal happy place around 15 at the arrows, and let's see what happens. Pulled inside 15. Okay. I think if I wouldn't have pulled that, that probably would have struck. Definitely clean. Definitely clean. I thought it actually was gonna pick up a little faster than that. Definitely clean. Now, my layout is probably the reason why it's as clean as it is, which is never an issue for me. 70 by 4 3/4 by 20. I had that exact same layout on my Crusher Purple hybrid and my Criterion hybrid. So this kind of falls in that same slot with it being ASIM and a hybrid and having polish on it. So since I like the way those two looked, I had to keep it going because I figured if they worked for me, it would work on this one. All right, so knowing that it's clean and it's more of a sweeping motion rather than kind of like early and jackknifey, I probably can move even further right without pulling it. Maybe even straighten up maybe a little bit. Who knows, let's figure it out. All right, so this is definitely giving me a torpedo vibes. Maybe a little bit stronger overall, maybe a little earlier, but not too far from each other. Yeah, clean. Definitely not the strongest, earliest ball in the Radical lineup. And that, I mean, this is just based off of my layout. Floated with no issue. It read the body of the lane, but it almost was kind of slower than I thought it was gonna be, but that's not a bad thing, especially for the rev dominant people. You know, maybe a bigger valve angle on the front may give it a little bit more forgiveness for you, maybe. Maybe you can, maybe allow you to hit it a little bit harder, and that way it doesn't jackknife. Let's figure it out, let's keep going. So, I didn't like the way that ball came out my hand. I think it was kind of twirly, but I'm gonna try it again. That's a little bit better off my hand. Yeah, I like that one. I like that ball a lot better. That looked a lot better. I trusted that one. This ball is clean. It's clean. Hits really hard. So I definitely do see the asymmetry in this. I'm just kind of really trying to understand where it's best at. I don't think it may be a ball one for rev dominant people, maybe game one. But I'm thinking this is probably gonna fall into that game 2 transition. Unless you're in a house with higher friction, then it's probably game 1 for you. But everybody else, thumb, no thumb, two-handed, this is probably game 2, probably. And bowlers, this is gonna be that same game 2 type of reaction. Because it's not that strong, it's not super early. So you can probably get away with it game 2. Pull that one in. Yeah. So I moved a little left. Didn't mean to pull it, but I wanted to see how it would react in more oil. Really can't use that as an example. Let me rethrow it because that was poor. I can't really rethrow it. I forgot we're doing the whole game, so I'm gonna pick this up and then we're gonna try again. Get there, get there, get there. Yeah. That's how I know this ball is clean, because based off the numbers on this bowling ball, if I didn't drill it the way I did, never would have got there. So shout out to that 70 by 4 3/4 by 20. That 70 absolutely helps the ball get down the lane a lot easier without giving up any performance. So let's try that again. I want to move a little further left, get the ball in some more oil, and see how it reacts. Let's see. Yeah, it's so controlled. I didn't expect that. I expected a lot more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just give it up to the layout. I think that 70 for sure is really changing what the ball may look like for somebody else. I think if I was to hit this with 2000, it'll probably pick up a little sooner, and maybe it'll give me more of a stronger sense of emotion. But I like the way this looks right now. But matter of fact, just for the sake of educational purposes, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of 2000 by hand, just scratch it up just a little bit, because that's exactly what I did to my Crusher Purple and the Criterion. So let's just see. Let's see how different it is. Let's see if it picks up a little earlier, which is what it should do. But this isn't like a really fresh abrasive 2000, so it should just be just enough. So, all right, so we're gonna try to stay in the same spot. Try to throw the same line that we just did, see if there's any major differences. Ooh, way further right. Definitely was bad, definitely further right, but it did pick up a lot earlier than it did prior. So let's pick the spare up, let's throw it better. Yeah, definitely that 2000 is definitely having it see a little earlier, which I'm a big fan of. As you guys know, I say it all the time, in our house, we're a little bit more oil heavy, even though they're getting a lot better. Shout out to Bolero Columbus. We don't have really clean back ends though, so you still kind of want something to help you see it a little earlier, just so that way you can carry better in this house. All right, let's try it one more time. Gonna throw it better. Still getting further into the oil, so I'm moving my body even further left. I like that. Yeah. I like that motion a lot better. I didn't mind the original polish, you know, the way it came, but this ball might get thrown a lot more, not gonna lie. I had a spot in my bag I needed to fill, so this might be filling it. Compared to the Crusher Purple, this is definitely not earlier than that. I think that's probably the earliest between this and the Criterion. The Crusher just has such a big core in it. I think the Criterion is probably similar to this, but I do think that cover is stronger than this cover. So let's move some more. Let's move some more. I'm not even really too worried about the score right now. I'm actually more fascinated with the way the ball looks. Slow down just a little bit. Okay. Move left, slow down, make sure to get out of it clean. Very sweeping, not jackknifing, which is really good. I think there's so much stuff that falls in that jackknife category right now. Sweeping is probably a lot easier to cope with, I think. I didn't know what this ball was gonna do. Now that I'm seeing it, what is this for? Just like the Torpedo, I'm gonna say the no thumbers, two-handed especially, y'all are gonna love this ball. I think it's just forgiving. I don't think it's overly strong. I think you should take your time with the layout and probably go that first angle a little bit higher. That way it does help save that energy for you. But this is a ball that's very controllable, even with the polish on it. And this is just my opinion. Controllable, sweeping, very consistent motion. And I think it's easy to read. I think it's easy to grow. I mean, to like want to throw the ball because it's an easy motion to control, to throw. I mean, it's pretty. So we're gonna move even further left. Gutter cap. Ooh, pull that one too. Float. Yeah. I made sure to migrate even further left. I did drop it. It got in the oil and it sat. Was able to still finish off the end of the pattern. A plus is a plus. So coming up into the 10th frame. If you were wondering, just like me, what this ball is for, it's a league bowler ball, 100%. And nothing's wrong with that. I think it's a good league bowler ball. I think it gives you a pretty strong cover. I mean, a pretty strong core in it, so you know it's gonna do the work if you have oil in your house. But I think the cover is kind of more mid, maybe. It doesn't seem extremely strong. So if you have like the Hitter Pearl, the original one, I think these may be kind of close to you if you have the original Hitter Pearl. If you have the solid hitter, I think these are definitely a good 1-2 punch. For somebody like me, this is definitely a ball that I'll be taking or possibly could be getting into my bag when I head out to some tournaments, because I think it's not game one, but at the same time, as I'm moving further left and there's some friction, but still a heavy amount of oil, because it is ASIM and it has a nice strong core on the inside, I could go to this and play kind of the shim, maybe still be in the oil. So I think if you're looking for a piece that's not super strong, but not ASIM, I mean, not symmetrical pearl or symmetrical hybrid, look into this. Really a big fan of like the middleweight ASIMs. I think they give you the biggest bang for the buck as far as performance. Ooh, that was bad. Forget everything I said about this bowling ball. I hate it. Nah, just kidding. That was really bad on me. Really swirly at the bottom. Got it super far to the right. That 2000 is definitely making a difference. So if you're somebody that if you have a polished bowling ball and it's kind of, it does a job, but you're not confident, hit it with like a 2000 by hand, get it to see a little sooner. It can change everything. We'll throw one more, we'll sign off. I'm not shooting at a 710. That's just bad vibes. We got to end on a strike. We have to. Oh, that's so good. I thought that was so good. It felt really off the hand. Maybe I just didn't get it to enough friction. I'm gonna throw it one more time. This is the last one, I promise. Oh, Jesus. You know what? That was horrible, but I'm gonna take it because it threw a messenger. If you're somebody like me and you did not know what this ball was for, I'm showing you. I definitely give league bowler bowling ball though. This is league, this is like Equinox territory, torpedo territory. It's not the strongest of the strong. It's not the weak of the weak. If you're not careful and you touch it on some friction, it's gonna jump. But at the same time, it's not gonna handle a whole bunch of oil really, really well. Definitely give this one a look. If you're a new beginner, trying to get into the sport, maybe this is your second bowling ball, look into this. Radical makes really good products that are really forgiving and sometimes are geared better towards beginner bowlers because they're not too strong. That Mr. Haywood, Just Bowl TV. Go get the power hitter.